Hi, my name is Daniel Barron. Today we'll be covering the April 12, 2018 racial Starbucks scandal. On April 12, 2018, the Philadelphia Starbucks became the center of a racial bias scandal that outraged the nation. Two black men entered the Starbucks to conduct business. Upon waiting for the acquaintance to arrive, the men asked the manager to access the restroom, which they were denied entry because they were not paying customers. It is the actions of the manager that was caught on camera that created the uproar. Numerous news stations flooded the news with reports of the incident. Roll the clip.
Protesters calling for justice today after the arrest of two black men at this Philadelphia Starbucks on Thursday. This video, captured by a witness's cell phone, shows police talking and later handcuffing the men while they were waiting for a friend. The men wanted to use the restroom, but the manager said that per store policy, they couldn't since they didn't buy anything.
We're back now with Starbucks under fire. Protests, as you know, breaking out after two black men were arrested. We're going to speak with Starbucks CEO in a moment, Kevin Johnson. But first, ABC's Lindsay Davis is in Philadelphia, where more protests are planned. Good morning.
About some massive settlement. Think again. An attorney for Rashawn Nelson and Dante Robinson say they're walking away with a mere $2 and an important promise.
What did they get called for? There were two black guys sitting here meeting me? Yes, I did.
The viral video was seen by millions, setting off a fire.
After that video aired, Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson immediately apologized for the conduct of the manager at the Philadelphia store, calling the manager's behaviors and actions reprehensible. The Philadelphia Police Commissioner also apologized for initially supporting the officer that arrested both Rashawn Nelson and Dante Robinson on suspicion of trespassing. In an effort to seek reconciliation, the Starbucks CEO made an announcement that it would be shutting down over 8,000 stores in North America to train approximately 175,000 employees on racial sensitivity. View this clip.
Announcing this afternoon that it will be closing its more than 8,000 company-owned stores in the U.S. on the afternoon of May 29th. This is going to conduct racial bias education-geared training toward preventing future discrimination in stores. The training will be provided to nearly 175,000 partners or their employees across the country, and it's going to become part of the onboarding process for its new partners. This, of course, comes on the heels of the arrest of two men in Philadelphia, two gentlemen that CEO Kevin Johnson did meet with yesterday. We did confirm. Also adding that during this training, partners are going to go through a program that's designed to address implicit bias, promote conscious inclusion, prevent discrimination, and ensure everyone inside a Starbucks store feels safe and welcome. They also mentioned that participants include Brian Stevenson, the founder and executive director of the Equal Justice Initiative.
After that announcement was made, Regional Vice President Camille Himes attended a protest to address the current ethical backlash, and it was overpowered by the protesters shouting. Following the incident, hashtag Boycott Starbucks began trending on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, among other social media platforms, urging communities to band together and demand change by boycotting Starbucks. The question that remains: was the training just a ditch effort to save the company's reputation, or was it enough to actually change the company's ethical indiscretions? Consumers have chimed in on their thoughts surrounding the dramatic training shutdown.
Behind me is going to close at 2 p.m. I found Scott here. I just pulled him off the street right now, and Scott's going to tell me, what do you think about the fact that Starbucks is closing down across the country regarding racial bias training?
I think it's a really good, proactive move on their part to, take the bull by the horns and tackle the problem. They identified the problem and they went a long way towards solving it. And I think, it creates some goodwill for them.
Do you think that this is actually going to change anything, though?
I think there are two ways to answer that question. First of all, I think with public perception, I think it does hopefully go a long way towards addressing the issue. But the underlying issue, I guess that depends upon the people who are taking the training.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Scott. And like Scott